Sleigh bells ringing, diamonds blinging, carols singing.
What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs, and besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. We are still working on our Be Sparked Advent Calendar from Be Sparked and Be Sparked Shop on Instagram. Let's open day 8. Here we have something wrapped in tissue paper, and it is a little oil burner. And there's the world's tiniest little baggie with what I think is the little candle that goes inside. Seriously, that is stinking adorable. Day 9 is a tiny little set of mugs. These are adorable. And they say let it snow, just like above our fireplace. We can store them in the kitchen above our refrigerator. There are 25 surprises in this advent calendar, by the way. I'm just taking my time going through it. And I kinda want a new tree. So I'm gonna take one of my older crafted trees and give it a little makeover. This tree was made with artificial pine pipe cleaners that we wrapped around a twig. We decorated it with buttons and handmade bulbs. I carefully removed the pipe cleaners. I found one of our old hand-sewn stockings. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I have a 12-inch wooden dowel. I paint it brown, glue one end to a used mini brands capsule. I make a mark on the wooden dowel where I want to place my branches. Take one of the pipe cleaners and fold it in half to find the center, then glue it onto the wooden dowel at the line marked. Then repeat to make the first layer of our tree. Then I continue going up the wooden dowel, making the branches smaller as I go, keeping a nice division between the layers. Glue a few leftover pieces on top to make a new, larger tree that I think goes really well with our kind of neutral color palette. And of course, you can add fairy lights or just keep it simple and add just a few bulbs. I have these glass teardrop beads from Michael's that I've been holding on to for years. I'm just going to place them on wire or thread to make what looks like an earring. Oh my goodness, we could just use earrings to decorate our tree. Adding some reflective surfaces so when the light hits it, we get a little sparkle. Let's open day 10. This one's kind of squishy. And we have fabric? I think it's a rug or a throw. I'm going with rug. I place it in the kitchen under the table. It is crazy how all these colors are matching our new space. I finally found MGA's Miniverse Make It Mini Food Holiday Capsules. This says Holiday Series 1. There are 3 festive treats to collect, and the wrapper lets you know which mini is inside. We learned that in the comments from some of you after the Halloween Make It Minis. Let's open it up. We have a gold and clear capsule, a pearly tabletop, and a gold-colored base. And we could totally use it as a coffee table. We also get the recipes with instructions on the other side, the do's and don'ts of working with resin in different languages, 2 paper doilies, and bags filled with minis. We have a small container of candy canes, a bag of marshmallows, a capsule topper, gold-colored tweezers, a jar of sprinkles, 2 clear holiday cups, which for me is the highlight of this set. And there's resin. When we made our DIY cup of hot cocoa, I used paper, some cotton swabs, and hot glue and paint. But for these, I'm going to use a little brown model magic and place it inside the cup, brush a little Mod Podge on top, add the candy cane by just pushing it into the model magic, take a few marshmallows, place them into the glue, and you can add a few sprinkles with a little more glue if you want. Then allow it to dry. Here's the gingerbread house. I am real excited to see those gumdrops. I get another white and gold table, along with a little box that has the gingerbread house inside. Well, the gingerbread to make it. We also have a pearly cake stand, a paper doily, whipped cream, gold-colored plastic tweezers, a capsule topper, an icing spatula, the resin, and a box of gumdrops. I gotta see what they look like. They're so tiny and cute, and they're squishy. Let's assemble the gingerbread house. All the walls just kind of fit together, which is pretty cool. I mix white paint and Mod Podge and add the mixture right over those seams, just so they stay together. Add the paint glue mixture along the top edges, then carefully add the roof. Let's add a little more paint. I was pretty generous across the top, then add the gumdrops and/or whipped cream. We can also add sprinkles or marshmallows from earlier projects. And of course, you can always choose to use the resin that's included in the kit, because these projects allow us to make the minis however we want. Which brings us to the turkey. I'm just here for the vegetables, man. There, I said it. But the turkey comes wrapped in plastic with a little label. I think this will look great in a miniature grocery store. And the capsule could totally be used for the bottom of a Christmas tree. You get a little container of resin glaze, which we could replace with Mod Podge tinted with maybe a brown washable marker. The kitchen utensils. Come on, that's adorable. I'm loving this little white holiday tray. I think we could put some holiday cookies on it. And we get a bag of carrots. Are those purple carrots? Yeah! Check this out. We can serve the hot cocoa on the tray. Oh yeah, and we get those little things that go on the turkey as well. These can fit into a stocking. Honestly, the dishes are probably one of my favorite parts about these minis. I totally got a second hot cocoa just for the cups. What? I think they are really cute and look great in my miniature kitchen. And I get more dollhouse food items. But I ended up with several of these mini tables as well. What to do with these? I have an idea on how we can reuse the base. So let's separate the table from the base. Let's take a clear cap from a spray bottle, glue it to the base, making sure the opening is facing up. Take a flameless tea candle, take a strip of ribbon, paper, or fabric. I'm using a strip of white fabric, and I'm just turning over and gluing down the edges. Wrap and glue it around the tea light to make a lampshade. That totally reminds me of the lanterns in Rapunzel. Use the cap to hold the flame to make a dollhouse lamp that glows. However, these do flicker, so if you can find one that doesn't, that would be even better. And let's take those little capsule toppers. I carefully cut off the top, take a cotton swab, cut off the ends, place it into the little snowflake, just enough to hold it, brush it with Mod Podge, then push the rest into the snowflake, add a small piece of black thread at the top in the glue, allow it to dry. I'm gonna brush it with a thin coat of my favorite shimmery nail polish to make miniature candlesticks in snowflake holders, adding a super cute festive addition to our doll rooms. Oh yeah, and it's probably a good idea to add just a tiny bit of brown paint to the Mod Podge when making the hot cocoa, so you don't have to wait for it to completely clear up. And before we go, we have a new printable added to the blog, inspired by Emily Henry books. You may have seen the Happy Crafting one before. We just gave it a new look and added a book called Mini Books and one called Beach Dolls. For these books, I'm using foam board for the bulk of the pages, then add the faux pages to make 3 new mini books for the dollhouse. Our printables are available to download for free on our blog, MyFroggyStuff.blogspot.com, where you can also find our printable gift bags, perfect for those dollhouse books, so the dolls can place a few presents under the tree. I like gift bags because they are reusable and they will fit a variety of minis, like Disney doorables, items from Etsy like this candlestick from Elite Doll World, and toy mini brands. We might have to use a little tissue paper to completely cover some items. Oops. There we go. Thank you for joining us while we opened up more of the Bee Sparked Advent Calendar, made a few holiday decorations for the dollhouse, and took a look at Making Mini Food Holiday Series 1. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at MyFroggyStuff, the Frog Vlog, and Bella of MyFroggyStuff. And we will see you next time. Bye!